Hello everyone, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for Ralph Breaks the Internet. The movie is directed by Rich Moore and Phil Johnston, and written by Phil Johnston and Pamela Ribon, and follows Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope as they go to the internet to try and buy a new steering wheel for Vanellope's game Sugar Rush. Along the way, they meet all kinds of different characters, and there's all kinds of pop culture references and stuff. It's pretty entertaining for the most part. The voice cast is still top notch, especially John C. Reilly as Ralph. He was just absolutely perfect for this character and everything. And Sarah Silverman is back as Vanellope, and she's absolutely perfect for her as well. Also back are Jack McBrayer as Fix-It Felix Jr. and Jane Lynch as Sergeant Calhoun, although neither one of them really have that much to do in the movie. They're just kind of there for a few minutes at the beginning and towards the end of it. They're not like as big of parts as they were in the first movie, which is kind of sad, but still, it's understandable, I guess. The new cast, though, was really good. Gal Gadot voices Shank, the lead character in a game called Slaughter Race, which is like this awesome gritty race game that's on the internet. Really kind of like set in apocalyptic time, kind of like I guess maybe like Mad Max kind of. And everything, but she's perfect in the role and everything. And Bill Hader does the voice of JP Spamley, this guy that likes promoting clickbait ads and trying to get people to buy stuff. He's kind of a sketchy character, but he's actually really likable. And I thought that he was maybe going to end up being a villain, but he's not really, and everything out. But I liked his character. Alfred Molina does the voice of Double Dan, a guy who sells viruses on the dark web, or actually I think he sells them and kind of creates them too, I think. But he's has this little head in the side of his neck, and it's kind of cool. He doesn't get that much screen time, but he's still a pretty cool character. Taraji P. Henson does the voice of Yes, who is like works for BuzzFeed or BuzzTube, I think is what it's called in the movie. That pretty much approves what's trending and what's not anymore and everything. And she's pretty good as the character and everything. Really likable character. And Alan Tudyk, who did the voice of King Candy and Turbo in the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, is in this. He does the voice of Knowsmore, who's like this auto-fill thing for search engine thing, and he's really likable too. He's kind of funny and everything. And Ed O'Neill returns as Mr. Litwack, who runs the arcade that Ralph and Vanellope's games are in and everything. But this is a pretty good sequel. I really love the first movie. It's one of my favorite Disney movies in recent years. At the time it was released, I thought it was the best one since Lilo and Stitch, and I really loved Tangled and Princess and the Frog before it, and Winnie the Pooh, but I felt that Wreck-It Ralph was the best Disney movie since Lilo and Stitch, and this one had a lot to live up to. I don't think it quite lives up to the first one. The first one's still a little bit better, but this is a really decent sequel and everything. I do think that a lot of the pop culture references that they're going to have in it are going to feel dated in 5 or 10 years from now, but There was also a lot of really cool things that I liked about the movie, though. There's this part where Penelope goes to the Oh My Disney World, which is the website of My Disney, and she meets all kinds of different Disney characters, and I thought that was a really cool scene, and especially when she got to meet the Disney princesses. They stole every scene that they were in, and it was really awesome getting to see them all on the big screen together and everything. It actually made me realize how much I'd actually love to see a movie where all the princesses are together. I kind of hope that maybe they make like a spin-off or something with all of them and everything. It just really, really good, awesome scene that didn't last long enough to me. They showed half of it in the trailers of what they showed of the princesses, but it was still really cool getting to see them all together. And there was little cameos from other Disney characters like Groot and Buzz Lightyear and Grumpy from Snow White. I thought that was really awesome getting to see Grumpy, and there were stormtroopers from Star Wars and so many other. There's probably tons and tons that I missed, but it was really cool getting to see all these Disney characters and stuff. I actually think it'd be kind of cool if they just made an Oh My Disney movie with all these characters together or something. That would be really cool. The score by Henry Jackman is just as good as it was in the first movie. I like the score for the first movie, and I think this one's just as good. And everything, and I think that the writers did a really decent job, because a lot of Disney sequels are usually hit or miss, most of the time misses, but this one was definitely one of the best ones, and one of the best ones that went to theaters. Because a lot of Disney sequels are usually direct to video or DVD or whatever, and I felt this one was a really decent sequel, and one of the, I don't know if I'd say it's the best of the Disney Animation Studios sequels, because there's like at least 3 other ones, because Rescuers Down Under, Fantasia 2000, and 2011's Winnie the Pooh. I don't think I would say it was the best out of those, but it definitely is really good though, and I wasn't really disappointed at all. I liked it about as much as I expected to, and it's still a really good animated movie, and it's like Wreck-It Ralph, I say it's definitely one of the best ones in recent years and everything. And if you love the first movie, you probably will like this one and everything. There's it's pretty entertaining and everything. But I also love that all of the Disney princesses voice actresses that are alive returned for this movie too. I think the only ones that didn't have the same voice actresses are, like, I think Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and Snow White. I think that they are people that have voiced them in the past, like in direct-to-video sequels and little spin-off stuff. But and there's a really funny part where Merida's talking, you can't understand anything she says, and they're like, she's from the other studio. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, my biggest complaints with this movie is it doesn't really have a villain. I think that the first movie had King Candy, which was a really good Disney villain and everything, but this one didn't really have a villain, and I think that kind of hurt it a little bit. And like I said, I think some of the jokes are gonna be dated within 5 to 10 years, but it'll still be able to be rewatchable, I'm sure, and still be able to enjoy it and everything. But yeah, and there's also a couple of there's like this one musical number that's written by Alan Menken, who wrote songs for Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Little Mermaid. I thought that was really cool. I was also really disappointed that the princesses didn't have a song together. I was really hoping that we'd get to have this huge musical number with the princesses, but we didn't get that either. But really, this is a decent sequel, and I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10. Just half as just it's just not quite as good as the first one, but it's still a really fun movie, and I definitely recommend seeing it. But anyway, if there's any other reviews you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And also, I'll do top 10 lists, movie reviews, movie series rankings, whichever of those, or if there's any other kind of videos you'd like me to do, let me know, and I'll try to get to them as quick as I can. And feel free to like and subscribe, and you can follow me on Facebook at ohboy1992. And thank you, and have a good day.